People who abuse animals could be put in prison for up to 5 years instead of the current 6 months under new plans unveiled by the government. Environment Secretary Michael Gove announced a change to the law to combat cruelty and says it will give courts the tools they've requested to deal with the most abhorrent acts. The RSPCA says it's thrilled at the new law after calling for tougher sentences.
The 6-month sentence was never enough, and hopefully now there's a real deterrent, and people who are, really the worst case of abuse now, hopefully the people will actually see, a punishment that fits the crime essentially. Personally, I'd like to see it longer, but it's a step in the right direction. It's one of those things. We campaign for the tougher sentencing, and although it would be nice for it to be higher, it's still a step in the right direction. So it's still really good that it has gone up to 5. For the more extreme cases, you would think, you would like it to be higher than that. But 5 is still a lot longer than 6 months, and it's definitely more of a deterrent. So, like I say, it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Currently, British legislation is some of the most lenient in Europe, and the organisation is glad to see the change.
It's good to be up to speed as well now. It's a really positive step, and hopefully, we'll see some positive changes from it as well.
Kent has been named as a hotspot for cruelty in the southeast by the RSPCA, as complaints from the county rose 3% between 2015 and 2016. The RSPCA received around 5,500 complaints from Kent last year, making it the second highest county in the southeast behind Greater London, and the 5th highest nationwide. Some of the worst cases include that of Lewis Fox from Sittingbourne, who tortured and killed 5 hamsters and 2 rats. Yesterday he received a sentence of 4 months for his animal cruelty as part of a 14-month sentence, including 10 months for controlling behaviour towards his girlfriend. Britain is known as a nation of animal lovers, and the new law is expected to move through Parliament with ease. But are the public really that bothered?
Animals also have lives, so when you maltreat them, they're quite vulnerable. They feel it just like we do, the human beings. And in most cases, sometimes animals, they're like best friends to humans.
Anybody that is cruel to a living thing should be prosecuted against the law.
Animals can still feel everything, so if you're abusing one, you obviously got to do the time for it, really.
A draft of the new legislation is expected by the new year, with guidelines coming into force next year. Will Janes for KMTV.